This guy is not.
Sister.
20 minutes. 40 minutes you can't take. Bro, why you recording on today?
She wants from start.
Yeah, sound specs.
From where?
Maybe from US.
I have seen this one in Arun. Bunch of no. Even UV also the same color.
US uncle.
She's volunteer. She only gave me the card. She doesn't check me.
Hello.
Let's start. I know this is afternoon session, so Sangeeta is going to engage us for the next 20 minutes. And she is from Pune, and she will with the banking domain. So she's going to talk on AI integration with the APIs.
Good afternoon all. Thanks all for coming and listening. Yeah, hi. So I'll get back to again. Yeah. Hi all. First of all, thanks for all to listening me and joining here to the forum. So I am basically I just give my intro. I myself is Sangeeta Sinha. I am from Ranchi, Jharkhand, and I am having around 14 years of experience in IT. So I have worked with multiple companies, some service based, product based, and like that. So currently I'm working as a part of Barclays, and that's all myself. And today I'm going to, I mean, from yesterday onwards, like we are hearing like how the APIs or AI things everywhere, like all the sessions and everything. So this is my 16th, session or the event as a speaker. So I have participated as a speaker, I mean, both in national and international all the forums. So yeah, thanks. So I'll start. So as we know that how the AI nowadays has become, I mean, everywhere. Like nowadays, even the kids they are using the chat GPTs. So like how the chat GPTs and everything like the AIs is completely depend on the APIs. This is the API is the policy, the foundation of these. I can say the AIs. So everywhere, like it became like in old days, if you remember the monthly process, like we used to do that in APIs, like in the SOAP APIs and the Rust came and all those things, and after that, many things it came. So it's all about the API. So how we can, as the API, as AIs are booming, and it's like we are getting everywhere AIs. So similarly, way even the security wise, it will say that since we are getting a lot of concerns related to the how we can save or secure our APIs based on as we know, as soon as like it's expanding or like people are using even the same site, like the many threats and many scams and many things are happening, like prompt injections and everywhere. So in my sessions I am going to explain all those things. So yeah, so I'll just go through. So the agenda of will be the new threats in the AI age, example of attack scenarios involving the AI threat model, building blocks of API security in Gen I's areas, and AI for API security, how the defender side we can do that, and the future of the API security in the AI world. And like I have give as a when there are various tools are there, but I cannot cover the time constraints like all the tools. So one of the tools I'll just show the demo like how we can even in the production we can make that tools like how. Like even the other monitoring tools like app dynamics and address, they used to do the similarly side security side, how we can make and save our APIs, and we can before itself in the production stage we can make that all the vulnerability we can find it out, and we before itself like reaching to the production we can short out and we can drill down or we can tune that applications and we can get rid of all these vulnerabilities. Yeah. So this is the real world API attack scenarios. So we have seen like even like nowadays like even it's from this APIs how it's a prime target of the modern cybersecurity threats. The first one is Ebola, that is a broken object level authorization, and that excessive the data exposure, mass assignment, token replay, and the business logic abuse. So these are the things like we will focus before the API build. As like developer, they should focus, and even testing sites they should make sure as a defender side this should be tested and it should be properly validated. Then only we have to merge our code to the production. So I'm moving to the next one. So I'll go one by one. This is the Ebola. So here we'll see the each case scenarios. Multi-layered logs examples and how we can defend or we can save that. So here we can see the it's happened basically for exploring the weak access for the controls, and the main target of that is to reach the object. So how will the attackers they tries to reach to the objects based on the IDs. Like they having if you're not masked, the people they used to mask, but even like how the ownership they used to map to the data. That is the main thing. And if the authorization decays or there is a access label control, if they lose it. So then it's happened. They try to reach to the object level and they try to get those IDs from the application. So rather than using the sequential IDs, it's always advisable to use a UU IDs. So in that way, we can trace that. And here, there are various tools are even there for especially for Boda as OS. Top 10 things like it will be the first thing. The tools are various also there. In that is traceable is there. I told I'm going to give a demo for the variant, and the salt is also there too. So in that I will show in my the demo as a variant, and that is the I have just downloaded the free version. But anyhow in the organization we are using the paid one. So it will give it used to give it and it should track it like how we can save that. You can see the deductions like how used to give that the steam rules are there, attacks, and like how it used to trigger like select a string from the API logs and where user ID equal to. So in that way, we can deduct and we can apply the steam rules for that. So I'm moving to the next one. This is excessive data exposure. So here, what happens here? The API leaks unnecessarily the data in the responses. It used to happen. So here also, I'll give us a flash example. So you can see that how the filter responses we can save it. This we can say it's we can save it in that way the data exposure. And actually why it is dangerous is like because it's based on the access like admin. The other applications we have all the applications we have admin label, role different changes and all those things. In those kind of scenarios, we will use to see that and we found various monitoring points and based on the tool so far in organizations like it's happened because of these access privileges, the admin and all, or where we update or do the changes for the access. So on those kind of scenarios, it is very dangerous to attack or to hack the systems and to get the advantage of that. So in that this is the one defensive method. And another thing is we can do the white field the URLs, and we can do the model level productions, and other things are that we can do the audit, test and all, and we can do the less less privilege on the APIs. We should not give all the privilege to APIs. We have to restrict on. So as just one example I will say for that, now SSO and everything is there even in place. So here what happened, since even the Barclays having many third kind of platforms applications. So they have connected with the many third parties. So it's a really, I mean, it's a very crucial to find it out, like where the leakage is happening before the third parties and all those things. So on those cases, like we have to be very much conscious, like how we can filter the responses, and we can get rid of the data exposure. So I am moving to the next one. This is the mass assignments, and in that sending the uninspected parameters to modify the sensitive fields. So here also the prevention I have mentioned for the Node.js. So I've given an example here, like how the tools work, and we can prevent it from the mass assignments. So we have to pass only the necessary parameters. We should not do the unnecessary parameters, or because it will be only the culprit of the hacking, or like getting the hack getting affected all the applications. So this is the mass assignment, and moving to the next one. So this is the token replay attack. So in the token replay, what happened? Hackers here, they do not try to get it into the crypto label details. They won't put that label. What they try to replay based on the token. What the token is there. So that's what here it's always recommendable or advised to get rid of this access label attacks to increase the storage. This is the one thing. And the second thing, we have to apply the TLS and third parties libraries also involved, and we can get with we have to give a timestamps for the token expired, and we have to apply for the refresh the token, because what will happen, they try to replay the token, and they used to get a data and they get to attack it from the others, the application's data based on the IDs of the token. So if the refresh won't be happen, then they cannot get it. But like we have seen in many applications how and we have in our tool itself, like at the time Salt was there, so we have seen like in top vulnerabilities, or like in the security testing at the time when we are performing, so we have identified those kind of things. So even it is like everybody knows and we are familiar, but still this kind of things we have identified. So moving to the next one, this is the business logic abuse. So you know that coupon code brute forcing. So the coupon code, like how the people did the coupon code, if like they try to remedy it, and they used to crack it, those coupons. So that's what like it's always advisable. We recommend to give the coupons or the QR codes, like to give as a kind of more secure, or apply tokens of authentication and authorization on that, so that it should not be easily accessible. So these are the things like and for that there is a same rules. So we can see that rule coupon abuse, and there is a condition. So based on that, the tools used to detect it, and we can apply those things. Moving to the next slide. So yeah, so here the APIs are, as I told, is a backbone of modern apps. Everywhere the APIs, without APIs nowadays in AI we cannot survive. And we can see that what are the things we can do that as a best practices. So rating is the one thing. So even in AJS, like the request we can, or the throughputs we can make it as a limit. We can give a limit rating, like 100 requests per second and all those things. And the second is the input validations. So as like we know, earlier days the Swagger was nothing but it was a REST API, and like we have to use the Swagger schemas. And the logging is the main thing. Yeah, as even yesterday session, many people have explained that logging, how the logging we are doing, and even like once the it get olds, where the and it will be it will be not documented, or it will go to the retention logs. So how the retention log, the maintenance happens in organization, especially for the banking domains. So those retention logs we have to be much careful, and how we are managing, because that can be the one of the we can give the loophole for the attackers to get to the point or their target, to get success in their target. And even like ETL stack or the Splunk, Splunk, and we are using Elastic in our packages. So those kind of things we have used to do that for logging monitors. And the next one is the zero trust. So and we know that JWT validation we have to apply it, and we have to use that as a best practice for developers. So this is some of the recommendations for this safeguarding our applications. So moving to the next slide. So yeah, so here we can see that in the artificial intelligence, like how like even the AI was like this, we have taken from 2024, like Gemini, Mistral, and OpenAI. So they are how the overall traffic was there. So in the OpenAI, we can see around 79% was traffic was there from the OpenAI. So from basically from the API sites. So and this is here we have seen that like the vulnerability level with the APIs, we can see that how it's like we have it was increased around 205% in the API vulnerabilities everywhere. Like the just I have taken the example of the Amazon sees nearby 1 million cyber threats a day. So that there are many examples are there. Just I have taken one and I'm just trying to show it. So moving to the next one. So here I tried to imagine a threat model at a glance, so we can see that what are the threat models are there and the description. So one is the model extraction. So as you know, for the model, like it's happening the model poisoning nowadays, and for even the data poisoning, like while creating a models, and also like how AI and API integration at the time. So we have to careful and we have to that models we have to take care of that. Next is the prompt injection, and even this all threat models with the help of the tool we can in the pre-product we can identify and we can make we can set the governance over there and we can set our custom rules over there, so we will get alerted for all those things. And next is abuse of functionality and input manipulation, AI bots for radio and genetic replay and jailbreaking. This all here I believe there's no students people are familiar about that, and multi-agent students are there. So moving to the next slide. So yeah, so here's the evolving threat model again. So we can see the input manipulation, authorization, authentication, data exploration, and data then custom and the social engineering. So these are kind of like we have seen the manual scanning, the phishing emails, and all those things. As well, earlier days it was there, now the prompt injection is there. So how we can safeguard and all with the help of the tools. Yeah. So this slide is like building blocks of the API security in the Gen AI area. So here again, like inventory and discovery is recommended, like include the shadow APIs. Shadow APIs, as we know, like whenever like the APIs it got mostly when it will come to the infra side. So basically, when we deal with the infra, means shadow APIs used to get created. That will be undocumented, and the people they do not actually focus on that, and it will get generated. It will be there will be no track of that. So that's what like the inventory and discovery is required for stopping the shadow APIs, and you have to find the solution for that. How we can omit from our application and we can remove it. And the next is the access control. So as even you know, there are many security level access control that required, especially when it will come to the payments and transactions, because this all leads to the reputation of the customers and everything, and many financial wise also it should be very important. And threat detection. So threat detections like we can say it's anomaly detection and the rate limiting. So rate limiting I have seen, so rate limiting happening all the application mostly in my organization is doing it, and most of they are doing like yeah. And the next is the runtime production. To runtime production with the context awareness used to do as a better, and safe lab. Yesterday we have seen, so there was a very good session in safe lab, so I'm not going to explain. But as a SaaS or as for API, we used to do that even there also. So what we can do it today, like we have to command to enable the WF and API gateway protections, and we have to monitor the unusual like burst dual agents and the third parties. Like if your application is like a platform based and many, and you are the at the middle you're sitting, and there you're connected with all the architectures, even in multi clouds and all those things. And so it's like important. So you have to monitor your unusual patterns and all those things. And we have used these are the tools like Pressable, No Name, Balm, and Sort. As I told, we can use it for get that. And we have to like we do the open docs for unintended data exposure. And this is the percentage. So AI for the API securities we have seen, and it is a defender side advantages like bot detection, intelligent rate limit, NLP and all. And API is everywhere, like even from ChatGPT, like Gemini, and even if you go for the speech API, so everywhere this is API, as I told in the starting of my session. So these are the tools: traceable, no name, Valium, and salt securities. So I'll quickly move to my. I'll come here. Uh, yeah, so this is the wallet, how it looks like. So I've just downloaded the free version. So even in the what is in the production, we can do that. So you can see the dashboard. So all the incidents, as I don't have much API integrated over here, so we can see the incident got hits and all. It's a very good to identify. And if I go to the incident, so we can monitor and we can add all the protocols and all. And if I go to vulnerabilities, so yeah, and risk label also it will point it out all the risk label high, medium, and all. It will show all the even live data and pre-prod also, and AI specifications and all those things we can add it. The shadow API, Zombie API, all those things. There are many things are there, and attacks also yeah, we have seen. So and we can continue against the attack. So yeah, so and we can upload and we can integrate with our endpoints API and we can monitor. So this is how the Vallam look like. Everything will be in the single threat protection and all the API discoveries. So everything we can monitor from here. Just we have to integrate like how the attempts or Dynatrace we or Splunk used to integrate with our application, live application. Same thing like in order to I will pinpoint all these kind of where the vulnerability and to reach and show which offsets and all those things, OAPs and all everything. It will you can see that's how the vulnerability and how the summary is coming. So yeah, so see you can see since no data is there, but it will show in that as a dashboard. So it is quite easy even before in the our since we are dealing with AI nowadays, so it's very important in all the organization. So I'm quickly finishing since I'm running out of time. So this was all about. So yeah, any questions?
Whatever the tools you mentioned is send metadata to the cloud and all. Is the banks are okay to send metadata to the cloud?
No, I mean how they are doing that. I mean metadata. I mean especially which you are talking.
Upload your API specs.
No. I have not. No, they won't. I have taken.
They send metadata to the host.
No, they won't send. They won't. They will mask it and they won't send. They won't send.
These are tools, they need a threat intelligence in house. Cloud environment.
Yeah.
When you are sending threat intelligence, you have to send the metadata to identify your attacks and everything. How is the banks is okay for
In the live, they are not doing it that. They are doing the pre-prod, and we are creating the dummies data. We are not playing with the. I mean, just replica we are creating and we are doing that. We are not playing with the. I mean, actual production data.
when you are having threats in pre-prod environment, when you are expecting threats in production, is completely different.
Yeah, it's different, but at least we are trying to create a replica and to get measure of the risks. So still we are not using in the production. No, banks never ever. So we are not doing that.
Another one more question. See how you are going to identify Ola?
Okay. So as like we are going as like I have explained like how the developers they have to I mean as a practice like what are the things they have we can prevent it before because many developers nowadays like they are what is it their coding level or how they can find or we can make their coding best. So those are the practices I have explained and the Bola even like this Vallam I told. So in that pre-prod we create the data and based on that what the replica data is there and on basis of that you used to identify and used to monitor but it's not the live one.
So generally when you want to identify Ola, you need to because most of the API gateway they do the authentication, they don't do the authorization.
Yeah.
Even the Ola also they don't do the authorization. If you are not doing authorization, how you identify a user A is having access of user B, then the user C is trying to get the data from the
Yeah. So the Bola, it's like we have to. Especially in the banks, they are not doing the production as I told, and as a best practices I told, it will implement like it will show the kind of tool will be helpful. It will pinpoint. Okay, these are the I mean the objects are there where we are getting this kind of attacks and all those things. It will as severity level it will show this is the happening, but not up to the complete the object level. So as a developers, we have recommended also this kind of safeguards they can use it and they can use in their codes. So this is the one thing.
Any more questions, team? We still have time for 3 questions. Yes, please.
Hi. Actually, in our organization, we have so many unsupported APIs. So let's consider apart from SAL. So can we, or do you recommend any approach where we can identify these APIs or any process or way we can do that?
I didn't get that actually.
So right now we have APIs, right? So we have many undocumented APIs where we are unable to find those.
The shadow API.
Yes, you can refer to that. So right now it's becoming very difficult for us as an organization to find those. So do you have any approach or any process where we can find those?
This all comes from our past experience, and even still the people are working on that. So even as you can say, my organization, what they used to do, so they having a team, and they used to have a basically records from the data, and whenever what is coming in the productions and all based on. But no, it's all invention and it's required. It's research and invention is required for that. So it's a not. I can say it's a. In the easiest steps we can get it. It's difficult.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta.
Yeah,
It was
thanks
really
all.
insightful, and I hope the team, the crowd also enjoyed, and audience. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks all.
audience, for being so.